Yo, what up, Scopies? I'm here with Harold from comma.ai, and we're having a discussion that we thought it might be worth it to share with you. Yeah, we need a, I don't know. I mean, there's not a good way to should we put this somewhere? Maybe we'll put it on something, and we'll have in conversation. Did I see the Huawei cell? Oh, the poor shit. Oh, it avoids a dog. Now the real question is, what does it do for cat? Does it run cat? Well, this is going to be kind of different company bashing. Well, okay. Now, this is the front camera because we have to see the scope. Yeah, we'll put it against code names here. We got code names. This is going to be our phone mount for now. Okay. When I get in the frame, maybe we'll turn it sideways.
Cream on my face.
We're excited to hear about car companies.
Company bashing, excited.
Yo. So, welcome to this Periscope.
Hello.
Good thing I'm on my high-quality iPhone X here, where you can see great things in the front camera. It's hot up here. Yeah, so what we were talking about is I've been hacking cell phones for a long time. It's kind of what I do, what I used to do. And I was just hacking the Toyota ECUs, and I was talking about how Toyota ECUs look a lot like 1990s cell phones. I don't even mean this as an insult, right? I don't even mean this as oh yeah, we're ripping on Toyota, but when you think about what was added, there's not only no security in these ECUs, there's no integrity checks, really. There's no strong integrity checks. They don't do a SHA of the data and compare it to a hash, right? So if you think of you can't have security without integrity. Integrity is checking for accidental bit flips. Security is checking for malicious bit flips. But yeah, so yeah, they don't. There's no security.
Wait, but are these ECUs all built by the companies that ship the cars?
No. So these Toyota ECUs are built by Denso.
Mm-hmm.
But practically, Denso, I don't know. They're kind of owned by Toyota.
Right.
Nidec builds Honda, but they're not really owned by Toyota because Denso also builds ECUs for Subarus. Denso also builds CPUs builds ECUs for Subarus. So I mean, to be honest, I always talk about how the car companies are really just marketing agencies and integrators.
Yeah.
So there's a Paul Graham tweet that we just talked about. And it said, when the iPhone came out, every phone manufacturer understood that they needed to copy the iPhone. When the Model S came out, the car manufacturers still don't understand that they need to copy the Model S.
Maybe they understand, but they're just don't have the dynamic company to make these changes, right? If they buy all these ECUs from other companies and have this 5-year cycle, they just can't.
But it's not even what's next in the 5-year cycle, right? Their development roadmaps are not very secret. It's not like they're planning to put big, powerful Linux computers in cars anytime soon. I just don't see it.
But maybe they have this fear of computers in general because of their 5-year updates, right? Maybe they don't want to put the newest and latest in because they're in 5 years it's gonna be old anyway. And then as a result, they put even older shit in.
Yeah. I guess what they would have to do is really separate out the hardware and the car base from the software.
Yeah.
That
seems to make sense.
To them, I think it's all kind of viewed the same. But it's not even 2000 era cell phones. I used to hack 2000 era cell phones, Motorola Razr kind of stuff. They're not. The security is nowhere near on the level of the iPhone security, but it's way better than these ECUs, which look literally like they look like Nokia, Nokia shit phones. For example, you can just go by how much flash they have, right? So the old Toyota ECUs had 512K of flash, and the new Toyota ECUs have 1.5 megs. This, right? Well, okay, and what's even more horrifying is that it uses all of this code. The code is spaghetti code written in C. At first when I saw this code, when I was reversing the first ECU, the accurate EPS, I thought it had to be generated. Right. I thought that it had to be okay, this is written in MATLAB, and then there's some plugin, but it's not. The more you look at it, you realize that this is handwritten C that's being compiled.
Yeah, but maybe that's exactly why they have so much trouble going away from it, because they can either start again, because that's unupdatable, right?
It's not even that it's unupdatable. So the problem of field updates, cars are actually updatable. They just don't ship, like they're afraid to do field updates, and they should be. Toyota's calibration update wizard, if you unplug your thing halfway through, it'll brick your ECU. Like, there's no, the Honda one is a little bit better. Or the Honda checksum is, actually no, the Toyota has a verify step, which is a little bit better than the checksum. You actually send all the data twice.
Right.
You send it once for a flash and then once for a verify. Now, this is not particularly good.
Like so it just reverts if it's not the same?
No, it doesn't revert. It just says verify failed. And then you can try flashing again, you're kind of fucked, right? No, but this isn't even good, right? Because bit flips are likely to be correlated. When you send bits down the wire once, right? When you send them down the same wire, if some bit's flipped, there's a non-zero chance that the exact same bit's going to flip again.
Yeah.
Right? It's much better to do an integrity check. Even something like a CRC32 is better than this. If you think that what are the uncorrelated odds? 4 billion to 1, right? And that's so the odds of the same corruption happening is probably lower than 4 billion to 1.
Yeah.
Or you can just use a SHA hash. Right? Like it took an incredible effort of like thousands of GPUs and some of Google's best researchers to find a SHA collision. Right? You're never gonna stumble upon a SHA collision.
Yeah.
But it's just a way that like security's thought about and discussed that's just absurd, right?
But like, how can they improve it? What would they change?
Well, how can they improve it? I mean, none of this stuff is signed. Like, start with that. They could add signature checking, but please don't add signature checking. You'll just make my life harder, and you'll probably do a shit job of it. Please add an integrity check. How could they improve this? They could write a function in the flasher that will compute a SHA hash of the flash.
Right.
And then, you can do this without leaking any information. You put in SHA hash should be this.
Yeah.
It computes the SHA hash of the flash.
But do they do many of these updates in general, or do they usually just keep using the same?
Well, they don't. And like that, anyone who like understands what modern kind of practices are for any kind of code development is, you don't want to have rarely used paths in your code. Mm-hmm. You don't want to have this updater path that, okay, we'll use it like once a year, right?
Yeah.
It's just, why not update much more frequently? Even if you're updating nothing, right? It's like making sure all your keys are rotatable and stuff.
But maybe that's the problem. Maybe they're in this like suboptimal, this local optima where updating's just become so hard.
Yeah.
That they've kind of got stuck, right?
I don't know. I mean, I think they have like completely irrational concerns around OTA updates. Whereas, the bit flip, literally right now, if you want to, and people are talking about it in Toyota forums, I've been reading the forums lately. We're going to get to Periscope questions in a minute. They're too far away to read. Yeah.
Like BMW.
Like BMW and Mercedes-Benz. They might be better. I know a lot less about their updating architectures. I know they have FlexRay, which is, further advanced than CAN. But the problem isn't CAN.
Yeah.
The problem is, Tesla's on CAN a lot too, and I think Tesla has mostly solved this updating problem. I bet Tesla's written like quasi-reliable updaters for all these things that are written with a modern software stack, by the way. Download the calibration update wizard or the J2534 flashing tool for the Honda. They're written in like shit tier Windows. They're written in like Visual C++, .NET 2003. Make sure you import stdafx.h at the top of every file kind of shit. Car companies have always worked to do this as little as possible. So how long have YouTube been lovers? I don't know. Why? Why do they not want their product to be updatable? You're still trying to learn to use Cabana. Work more. Wasn't lack of integrity checks the reason the pedal sticking thing that Toyota got sued for? Honestly, I don't think there was actually a bug. My understanding about the pedal sticking thing was literally like, on 2 cars, the mechanical pedal got stuck down. And then, that's okay. Someone like spills a can of Coke down there, and the pedal gets stuck, right?
Wait, wasn't that like debunked or something as well? Or like multiple people started complaining and then...
Well, I mean, there's there's the whole thing of you give people an excuse to complain. Some guy got like pulled over for speeding. He was going like 95 on the highway. He's like, oh, unintended acceleration. Yeah, that's what it was. Do I think BMW, Mercedes, Toyota will die? No, I don't.
You think comma.ai is getting anywhere? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
of course.
Yeah, the other companies sure aren't. No, I don't think any of those three companies are going to die. I think that they have roles in the future. The thing about Toyota is they do build a really nice, cheap, safe car. Toyota should not be stupid and should, let somebody else build their. I'll build it. You see, the thing is, you wouldn't actually give me enough authority, right? You'd make me like a level 3 manager. say we got bought by Toyota, right? They'd make me like a level 3 manager, and I would spend my whole time convincing people that like this is the. I'm not doing that. I'm wasting my time. I got things to do, man. What car companies are good? Tesla. To be honest, that's it.
Yeah, but that's part of the problem. I mean, that means, I don't know. There's just no other companies that are doing this properly. So these car companies aren't going to die because nobody's going to take them over yet.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't think they're all going to die. Right? They're not all going to die to Tesla.
Yeah.
Tesla has production difficulties, and Tesla also is never going to make gasoline-powered cars.
Yeah, and they also don't make $18,000 cars, right? So.
I will see Tesla going there, right?
But sometime maybe.
Well, Tesla launched the Model 2, right?
Yeah.
The Model 2 is like a... Yeah. I don't think the cost... I don't think Tesla's a luxury brand, and it's kind of not, right? Like, I rode in a Model S. I had a 2008 Mercedes S-Class, was my car, and I rode in a Model S, and I'm like, this is all right, but it's not a luxury car.
Yeah.
It's like, the acceleration is really cool. It's a little more close to a sports car. And it's very safe. I do like that, but it's not. You look at the interior and it's like plasticky and the fit's not that good. And it's nothing.
Mercedes.
Yeah, it's not Mercedes, right? So if Toyota wants to integrate your tech into their car, absolutely, it's open source. I would love to see Toyota integrate it. The monopolistic structure of car companies means they don't have to improve. They're not a monopoly, right? I don't. Yeah, interior Model S is not luxury. That's what I'm talking about. Well, IBM's will sign licensing deals with Microsoft. Yeah, and where are IBM and Microsoft today? Microsoft is desperately trying to pivot to be a cloud company and selling you Office SaaS. Right? I mean, Microsoft's business model used to be... Bill Gates, the reason he's a billionaire, he invented the software license.
Yeah.
That was Bill Gates' invention. He's like, well, what if instead of selling you the license to DOS for $10,000, we sell you $50 per computer? Oh, that's a lot of $50, right? Like, I just imagine Bill Gates like going like this, and Steve Ballmer and him were like dancing around. Steve Ballmer throws a chair across the room, right? Yeah.
No, but I don't know. Yeah, Tesla seems to be trying very hard to do all these things right, but they're still making very expensive cars that are less luxurious than their gasoline competitors.
Yeah. So if you think about the Model 3, right? You think about what the Model 3 is going to be priced at. Like right now, it's competitive with an Audi A4.
Yeah.
I think that's probably right.
Yeah, but it's not profitable.
I wouldn't worry about. I mean, why is it not profitable? They can make that car a profit, I think.
Yeah, I mean, okay. I think it's all reasonable, but it just hasn't been done yet, right? So.
Yeah.
We need a bit more time to be sure that the strategy is definitely better.
No, I mean, you were telling me about like the Tesla battery factory thing, right?
Yeah.
It's something that just so obviously makes sense.
Yeah.
Are Panasonic and the competitors like even really trying? Tesla will not make it. One big recall and they are finished.
What does that mean?
Well, yeah, why do you think that? Like, okay, there's a recall for something, right? So first off, 90% of recalls for other cars are bring your car to the dealership so we can plug in a wire and run calibration update wizard on our shitty Windows laptop. Seriously though. Like what's the recall? Okay, there's some like bug in Tesla's ABS. Okay, we understand. We're fixing it. We're getting it out. We're gonna, most recalls people don't bring the car back. Mm-hmm. So Tesla gets a much higher penetration rate, and Tesla does it in a few weeks. Which what do you mean one big recall? What's it going to be recalled for? Maybe you can have something like the airbags, but okay, what does that cost them, right? They bring the cars back, they fix the airbags, they sue the airbag company. Not that big of a deal. how hard was it for Tesla to... Yeah, the car manufacturers definitely want status quo. Most recalls would probably be a supplier's fault, yeah. Because the thing is, everything on the Tesla that wouldn't be the supplier's fault is updatable. Yeah, car accidents kill over 1 million people per year. Yeah, that's true. How many people are those people in Teslas?
Yeah, Tesla's been very safe.
They're very safe, yeah.
No,
I mean, they're very safe
well.
cars. They're just kind of structurally good, and they're, I think active safety features are going to play a huge role in mitigating car accidents in the future. I mean, most car accidents are just caused for the stupidest reasons. Yeah, a lot of people die. I mean, it's I think now, when I was a little bit younger, suicide was my most likely cause of death. Now I think it's a car accident. Or is it flip back or?
Yeah, I think it's definitely cars for.
When you're a teen, you're more likely to crash a car and commit suicide. Microsoft tried to emulate car companies in the 90s. They were financially successful for a while. Here's the thing, and this is something that people always point out to be about Microsoft. Microsoft is actually still incredibly financially successful.
Yeah.
Microsoft's one of the biggest companies in the world.
And for a minute, it's not hard to see for us though. We're young.
You think comma.ai will make it? I think in a couple years, you're going to have these companies just looking around and be like, holy shit, that's what comma.ai was doing? Oh my God, we're fucked.
It's the goal.
I mean, I don't know. What am I missing, right? If I'm missing something, explain to me what will never work. And explain to me, okay, either explain to me A, what won't work, or B, where a competitor will beat me.
Yeah.
I just don't see either of those. I mean, we view our competitors as the car companies, right? We've always talked about this. What's comma.ai's business model? It was very similar to the car companies. We sell hardware. But we don't sell cars, we sell software for your cars, right? That's the idea. Tesla wants to get legal exception. I don't even know what that means. I'm missing a pinstripe suit and a focus on only money on the short term.
Maybe that's exactly what we're not missing.
That's exactly what we're not missing, right? No business people. Honestly, like business people come to me and why do I want your opinion? Why do I need your opinion? Why do I want your opinion? Why do I want to let you in the company? I don't. I'm not talking about sales, all right? Sales is one thing. I mean, really, I want some kid to do some internet marketing for me, right? That's what we really get some kid to go on SEO doesn't work anymore. I don't know. Buy some Instagram followers or something. How would I convince companies to buy my software? I won't. I'll just beat them. Manufacture flying cars. Yeah, they've been talking about that for years. How about Chinese copycats? Let's see if any of them ship. How do we store all the shipper data? Big hard drives in the cloud. Comma.ai can win only because small elite teams build better software. That's generally true. That generally is true. I mean, I've always viewed software as much more like an art project. But it is. Right? Just imagine we're asking Sistine Chapel. All right, let's get IBM to paint the Sistine Chapel. Okay, well, we're going to spend 6 months on the design requirement phase.
We're authors, right?
What?
We author code.
Yeah, when will comma points be monetized? Oh, wow. Hey. Eventually, TM. Hackers and Painters by Paul Graham. I don't think I've read that one. I've read a lot of his stuff. Disruption is usually caused by people who don't have much to lose by challenging the status quo. I mean, whoever has anything to lose, right? What are we going to lose? What's the worst case scenario? We don't win? Oh, shit, man. Oh, my whole life was a waste. Oh, what am I going to do? I'll have to go back to flipping burgers. I'm pretty good at flipping burgers. Do you have a website? Yeah, comma.ai. Tesla 3 is having quality problems. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard. Put it this way. Tesla's quality problems will be fixed long before Toyota's ECU flashing changes. Planning to do more funding rounds. Yeah, and we have something. Why on Subaru? Because, Subarus, man. Subarus. I don't know, man. Subarus. I'm a little short-term kills, bro. I mean, yeah, it's a disease. It's really a disease. People don't know what capitalism is anymore. People think of capitalism as, we're gonna have to rape and pillage and get all the profits now. I mean, that's like the mentality in the world today. How stupid. Only if they don't run out of cash. But what do you mean by run out of cash, right? Like, there's no way Tesla's like, oh, we're out of cash. I guess we gotta shut the business down.
Yeah.
That just doesn't make any sense.
I don't think that's gonna be their problem.
Self-racing cars. I'm actually gonna be at a wedding that week.
Oh, when is that?
I didn't realize, but I think we'll send some of Comma to rep. It's like 2 weeks.
Oh, it's in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Localizing can work well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's localizing. Yeah.
Complete the optimal track.
Yeah. We're gonna people think cronyism equals capitalism. Yeah, and you know, also people hate on capitalism. Capitalism is phenomenal. You just need to get rid of the cronyism. Biggest fear of someone showing up at Comma with a dump truck full of money on a... what do you mean? If we raise another investment round, it's not like I'm going to give up a board seat. It's not like I'm going to give up majority control. What do you... Oh, a dump truck of money for me? What the hell would I do with money?
Are you gonna sell out, George?
No, but like, what would I do with... I was really talking about this. Like, what would I do with $50 million?
Could buy a boat. I think that's the real
Dude, I don't want a boat.
Dude, boats are great.
You know, if I bought a boat, I'd buy a boat like your boat.
Yeah, and it's a great boat.
Yeah, exactly. Oh wow, $500. So I gotta sell one ETH. Wow.
Yeah, man, the boats are great.
No, but that's the thing, right? Like, I made a lot of money when I was younger, and I realized when I was like 21, I just kind of looked around and I'm like, okay, this is how much money I have. Put the hands here, right? We got to do this to scale, and this is how much money I've spent in my life. I don't live a very high maintenance lifestyle. I mean, there's a few things you need to avoid, right? Don't buy boats, don't buy houses, don't support dependents, and don't spend tons of money on women, right? Like, honestly, if you manage to avoid those 4 things, what else are people spending money on?
Yeah, but those are pretty hard to avoid, man.
But they're easy. Women don't respect you if you spend money on them. Respect
the
women.
women one's easy, I think.
Well, okay, that one's easy, right?
But
now,
the boat and the women's the same, right?
Well,
you only need to spend money on a boat to get women.
No, but you don't even need to spend money on a boat, man. Alright. This is off topic hour, right? No, but what, I don't know what I would do with money. Could someone tell me, like, what would I do with money? If someone gives me an idea and I like it, I'm gonna sell out.
Wait, no, don't give him any ideas. No ideas. Boats and hoes, nah.
Car companies will try to find my temptation. You really think Toyota... Let me tell you about my temptation. Let me tell you what it is. I want to live in the future, guys. I want to live in the future where I don't need to buy a real boat. The VR headset that I bought for $1,000 is so good. I download Boat Simulator 27 and oh man, you should see my boat. How much you pay for it? Pirated, man. You wouldn't download a boat? I would. What do you recommend to a young person who wants to get really good at something? Just like do it and don't do anything else. The women will sleep with you if you're exciting and fun. Just be exciting and fun. It doesn't matter if you have a boat. Time travel. I would sell out for time travel. But that's the thing, right? Like, none of these things I can buy with $1 billion. If I had $1 billion, what do I want to buy? I could buy the biggest TV. You should see the TV I could buy. Like $500. Like, this isn't money, guys. Take a sailboat to the Cook Islands. Okay, so now I'm on some remote island. How's the internet in the Cook Islands? Let's talk about that. Well, I got some, like, satellite crap. I'm, like, waiting for the latency. The porn is slow. Like, I'm out. Falcon Heavy.
That is a better idea.
No,
Better spending of money.
Well, should I buy a Falcon Heavy or should I start a SpaceX competitor?
Hey, going to space seems fun.
Really? You want to go to space?
I just want to be weightless. Actually, being...
Oh, you could ride the Vomicom for like $5,000. Like, I kind of wanted to do it.
Yeah, when I fly, I do the thing, but only like for a few seconds. It's not as good as the Famicom.
That's probably not as good when you're the pilot, dude, because you got to be like worrying. Okay, all right, that's my altitude, right?
That's true as well.
No, they take you. It takes you like up and down 20 times. I'd kind of like to do it.
That's not that bad, actually.
Yeah, you can go to Vegas and do it.
You can do a trial ride in my plane for a few seconds and see if you
Oh
like
my
that.
god, I'm horrified already. I'm horrified just thinking about it. Would I go to the moon? Like, you know what I say about space? When there's a 5-star hotel on the moon and I can buy a ticket for the same price as JetBlue Mint. How will comma change as a business? Buy my own private jet. Why would I want to buy a private jet? Now I need a place to park it. I gotta hire a pilot. The pilot's trying to unionize. I gotta go outside. I gotta go to the picket line and tell them about why the union's... I could buy a JetSmarter subscription for like $10K. Like, again, these things aren't money, right? Like, I'm not saying, you know, be poor. Don't be poor. But like, if you're making like $100K a year, pretty much no matter what you want to buy, as long as you don't have dependents and you don't spend your money stupidly, you can get it. And like, that's not that much money.
But dependence scales linearly, so that's not too bad either.
No. Dependents are bad. Dependents are bad because the problem with dependents is they will spend your money without a care of how you got your money.
That's true.
Right? Like that's a, dependents don't scale linearly because they won't have the same frugal attitude you do.
Squared.
AR, VR porn. I've been disappointed, but I'm really excited about that if I do start another company. Can we talk about vehicle selection interface? Andy built that? Are all the vehicles not on there? If they're not on there, we should add more. Yeah, but okay. This dependents are bad and dogs are not a scam.
Dogs are not a scam.
I mean, no, you can get a dog.
Dogs have a bigger carbon footprint than a Hummer.
Interesting.
Sorry.
Interesting. All those like environmentalist cat people troll them. I mean, the real thing that has a huge environmental footprint. Go, guys, if you want to save the environment, don't have children.
Yeah, babies are the worst.
Babies are really the worst. I missed that. What was that question? Periscope should keep the questions on
Something
a little bit
about
more.
Tom Cruise or something.
Tom Cruise. All right. Any last questions? We'll go for 30 minutes. So we'll go for another 3 minutes, and then
Do some work.
yeah, we all gotta get back to work, right? We got shit to do. I mean, we can't just stay around and shit talk all day. You know what happened to the man who shit talked too long? The whole world passed him by. Thoughts on Martin Shkreli? Is he really going to jail? That's sad. Will comma hit an animal? I don't know. Don't hit an animal. You're the driver. Babies are good for the future. Questionable. What's new in comma this week? The pedal. Oh, we're getting Osh Park pedal boards today. Babies are good for the future. That is very questionable. I just want to live forever. I mean, why do I need to have children if I live forever? Will there be a point where openpilot sees better than humans in bad visibility? I mean, look, what do you mean by sees better, right? Probably not on the Eon. You need kind of better, where can you buy comma gear for crypto? Sell your crypto on GDAX and then go to shop.com.ai. When are you going to start hacking the brain? What do you think I'm doing, man? The truth about hacking the brain is it's not sticking wires into the brain, it's AI. See what Ponto... Oh, no, I haven't done that shit in years, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to be old like Charlie Miller, who's like, oh, life got too hard now that there's ASLR. I don't know. I mean, I think the kids are just better than me now. I think that the kids who do Ponto are better than me, and that's like how it should be. The new Geo Hotz.
The new calibration method.
Oh, the new calibration record. Comma ICO, right? ICOs are banned in America right now. We gotta get some new regulations passed, right? We're working with regulators. Gotta work with regulators. What was the question after? Oh, the new localization method.
Yeah.
Okay, so calibration is defined as if you know how the car is moving and you know how the camera is moving, right? So you can think about like you have two vectors pointing out, right? And then there's two angles between the vector. There's a yaw angle and a pitch angle, right? So if you have a gray panda, gray pandas return these great things from the satellite called Doppler shifts. And it tells you exactly what you should... Doppler shifts are 3 dimensions or it's only one?
Well, it's one dimension.
It's one dimension,
but
there's many satellites. Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's 8-dimensional on average.
8-dimensional. Yeah, a lot of satellites use that. We using that GLONASS yet? We're using that Beidou? Oh, no, the Beidou. Well, we can turn off GLONASS and switch to Beidou.
Yeah, we should do that.
Or maybe we
GLONASS
can...
is a bit weird.
Yeah, GLONASS is... The Russians built weird shit.
Yeah.
But what do you say? They put them in better orbits?
Yeah, they did. GLONASS is much better dealing with relativity than GPS.
Yes.
But in their defense, they built it the same year as GPS.
Well, it's
which is quite
wideband.
Yeah. That has pros and cons.
Yeah. Why aren't boats fully automated?
I mean, they are. They're completely...
Because boat captain unions, man. Random question, how many hours do I work? Over 100 a week. Life is work, man. I don't know. Work's the only thing I've ever really found fulfilling in life. What else am I going to do? Ride around on my boat? I don't have a boat. All right. Thanks for joining.
Bye-bye.
Squad fam out? Nah, I can't. Yeah. What's poppin'? No. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. No, seriously though, if you want quality content like this, make sure to subscribe to our Periscopes. Get on quick. You know, we got to build a brand here. We got to build an army.
Grey Panda all the way. Way better GPS.
If you make a music video, absolutely rent a boat. Absolutely. All right, army, out.